some people. I don't know if anyone has joined me yet because I can't see, because I first of all don't have my glasses on, and secondly I'm just doing the whole invite thing on the phone, and anybody that does live broadcasts and does invites, you will know that the invite bit takes up the whole of your screen. So I think it's Saturday. I'm getting really confused with the days now. It's got to that point where I don't know whether I'm coming or going. I don't know about anybody else and how anybody else is feeling as regards to that. I have to keep checking myself. I think that'll do for now. I don't think I'm going to be able to get any more. Well, I could, but it just takes so long. So if you have joined me and you feel that you would like to share with your friends, please do. Try and get this out to as many people as possible. It's always interesting just to share, especially when I'm doing like healing or card readings or anything like that. It's good to get the right people, and if they're around, that they'll come on, because it'll be something that they need to hear. So I've had a funny old days. Right, I think I'll just leave it there for now. That will do. And we do that. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. So, how are we, firstly? I need to put my glasses on so that I can at least have a little bit better vision. I wanted to clean them. Oh, that's better, I can see. Oh, it's awful that is when you can't see properly. So, hello, people. I think what I might do is try and sync with my computer, purely so that we can, hopefully, I can see the comments properly, because I tend to not be able to see the comments properly from the phone for some reason. So I'm just going to sync it in with the computer. So hello, give us a thumbs up to let me know you're okay. It's a funny old strange time, isn't it? And this messaging that's coming out from the government is just absolute bloody nonsense, isn't it? I mean, it really is bloody nonsense. Right, let me see if I can just sync this in. Bear with me. Bear with, bear with. How are we? Speak amongst yourselves just for a second. There we go. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, everything's playing up on me this morning. I'm having a nightmare here. So, come on. I might have to give up on that idea. No, are we getting there? No, I think I might have to give up on that idea. Oh no, here we go. Right, okay. So, hello, and is it going to work? Well, this normally works, but it clearly doesn't want to work at the moment. So, good morning if you are with me. It's very nice to see you. And I'm being... I don't know why I was compelled to come on this morning. And I couldn't make my mind up whether I should be doing a healing or whether I should be reading some cards. So I just thought I might talk for a little bit first and then just see how it goes and see where it takes me. Because I do feel that there's some people that need one or t'other. But I'm really getting a bit, I don't know about anybody else, and I'm just getting a bit sick and tired of the messaging now from the government, because it is confusing, because they keep talking about one thing, but actually the evidence is showing you something different. And no wonder so many people are getting depressed and God knows what else with it, because it's you just don't know what to believe anymore. You know, this morning I like to sort of catch it once a day just to find out whether we've come out of lockdown, to be honest, because I'm itching to get out and just do my own thing. And it's just not nice knowing that you can't really leave the house even if you wanted to, and you have to do it all around this 1 hour thing. But I think that, you know, slowly and surely people are deciding on from their own merit now that actually we're just going to go out, you know, and just keep our distancing, because as I said, the messaging is really confusing. Like, they say things like, you know, the NHS is at full capacity, it's bursting at the seams, and then you get all these nurses dancing. And I know why that is. It's, you know, it's because they've shut a lot of the other wards down. So I just wish they'd be honest about it and say, like, the intensive care area is bursting to the seams, you know, and the other wards are empty because we're using the staff for that reason. I just wish they'd be honest about it and start to give the right messaging, because it's confusing people. And because of what I do, I get a lot of people, so I'm lighting my incense stick, I get a lot of people contacting me, you know, wanting to talk about their anxiety, wanting to talk about their depression, and a lot of it is just being compounded by the media messaging and what's going on. And obviously, if you start following all the conspiracy theories and you get too engrossed in the energy of that, you end up being really, I don't know, it just sends you a bit crazy. It sends you in a space where you just feel you can't trust anybody, you know. And I've been watching a few myself, I've got to admit, because I don't believe what's going on out there. Yes, I believe there's a coronavirus, obviously, I do believe that's there, but I don't believe, I believe there's something else going on. I really do in my heart. I really do believe something else is going on. And so consequently I do my research, and it's weird, because when I watched that, I don't know if anyone's seen it, it's called Out of Shadows on YouTube, and it's about Hollywood. There's a horror movie on there, but it's not that one. It's called Out of Shadows, and it's about Hollywood, and it's about a stuntman that tells his story about how he became aware of what was going on around him, and he speaks to CIA and all the rest of it and stuff like that, just to confirm what it was he was thinking he was seeing. And the interesting thing about it is I can't look at people now without thinking they're all part and parcel of it, you know. And it's really weird what this stuff does to you. So I've noticed a few of my friends have started to feel a bit low and a bit down, and it's kind of, I understand it. I get it. I totally get it. Good morning, Justin. Good morning. I totally get it. I totally understand why, you know. But we have to start thinking, and it's difficult, I know. We have to start thinking about the bigger picture piece here, in so much as our own health and well-being, okay? Because if we don't, what happens is we're going to get involved and enmeshed in some kind of energy, vibration, that's going to take us in a dark place mentally. And that's not going to help you, and it's not going to help anybody. Now, if you've been following me, you would know I've been doing some of the most atrocious things. Well, we're not atrocious in a horrible sense, but things that I just wouldn't normally do, because my silly dances on TikTok, I've got onto TikTok, right, and I just love it so much. It raises my energetic vibration because it's silly, okay, and it's making me giggle in a real just silly way, really. And the thing is, a lot of people wouldn't do what I do because they would be worried about what other people feel about it, you know, the judgment that may come from it. But you know, I don't care. I absolutely don't care about that stuff. And what's really interesting is A lot of the people on there don't either. So it's really difficult in so much as wanting to, you know, understand what's going on around you, but making sure you find the balance. You have to find the balance. And not, this is personally to me, I wouldn't take to heart, really, what these reports that are coming out. I mean, yesterday, was it only a week ago, they'd only done 20,000 tests in one day, and all of a sudden, over a couple of days period, they've now done 120 tests, 120,000 tests. I can't see that myself, personally. I've worked for the NHS, right? And I know how long it takes to get these things up and running. I know how long it takes these things to get up and running. And I know they then switched it, didn't they? It was about capacity as opposed to number of tests. It was about the capacity to do the tests as opposed to the number of tests. And one of the journalists, they do make me laugh, those journalists, because they're asking the right questions at the moment, and that's one thing. And he said, have you included all those figures from when you've sent all the tests to people at home? Because apparently they've sent out a load of tests, Public Health England have sent out a load of tests to people at their home so they can do the tests themselves, because it's like a swab. And there was a bit of squirming going on with that one, and a load of bollocks came out of their mouth. And to be honest, of course they have. Of course they have. Of course they've bloody well looked at those figures and they've, you know, done those figures over just to stop Hancock looking like a twat. Yeah, that's what they've done, and I believe that, you know. And I said I didn't know whether I was going to do a healing or some card readings today, but it looks like I've picked up the cards for some reason. But I suppose I want to put it out to whoever's on this live, really. Who would like what? Who would like? So if you want me to do a meditation and a healing, put 1 in the comments. And if you'd like me to read cards, put 2 in the comments. And what I'll do is I'll go with the majority. How about that? Should we do it that way? Because I do feel compelled. I feel compelled to read the cards, to be honest. Because I've picked them up now, which is an odd one. Because before I came on to do this live, I wasn't too sure what I was going to do. All I know is that, you know, we've got to start thinking about the bigger picture and more about our mental health. We really do, because it's so important. It is so important. Anyway, who likes me blinding lights? I got it. I bloody nailed that. And if you haven't seen it, go on to my stories. You'll see it all right. I nailed it. I was well chuffed. So I think I'm going to be doing some readings. It looks like readings are on the cards for me, so I'm gonna do some readings. So I'm just going to share this because I know there's a bit of a delay between people actually people speaking to me and when I'm speaking. I know there's a delay, so I'm just gonna so at the moment we've got 2s coming in. We've got 2s coming in. Morning, Colleen. So at the morning we've got 2s coming in. I'm just going to share it to my pages and just see if anyone else wants to come in and get involved. Oh, something went wrong. Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? It's not allowing me to do what I want to do. How funny. If you can share, that would be really helpful, because I'm having trouble here sharing. It's kind of like not allowing me to do much, which is really interesting. Oh, conspiracy theory right there. Oh, I'm glad you love my TikToks. I love doing it. They're so funny. But it's just, it really does brighten my day. And my dogs, my poor little dogs, they just like, they're looking at me as if to say, you know, I've completely lost the plot. It's hysterical. It is hysterical. So I'm just trying to get, see if I can get some more people in. If I share it on a, it's interesting, isn't it? Because it's not, I'm having technical issues here. Sorry guys, I apologise for this, but I'm having technical issues. Right, so. Oh yeah, I've enjoyed doing them, Colin, believe me. I've enjoyed doing them and I will continue to do. I've got a few more up my sleeve, but I've got to practice. I've got to practice these couple because they're not they're the dance ones and they're not. I'm not naturally a dancer. Do you know what I mean? So it's going to take me a bit of time. And when I did the blinding lights one, and I nailed that, I was like, oh my god, that is just hysterical. I've made a complete prat of myself, and I really didn't care. And I'm shuffling away here. Right. Okay. So it looks to me like, it looks to me then like, let's go with the cards. How are you lot feeling anyway, the people that are on at the moment? How are you actually feeling about everything? Are you uplifted at the moment? Are you a bit confused? Because there's a lot of different energies going on around this. A bit confused about what's being presented via the media, or how are you feeling? Let me know in the comments. I've just seen your comment, Colin. Oh dear. It is funny. It is funny. Okay. Let's get going. So before I do that, I just want to just sit and just... I'm really going intuitively here, so I just feel that I need to just sit just for a second and just connect in with spirit, to be honest. I just feel I need to connect in with that energy. Okay, we're here. That's interesting, so there's a little bit of healing came. So Colin's saying he's alright, he's not really paying much attention. I just don't think anyone's telling the whole truth. No, it's interesting, isn't it? It really is interesting in that respect. Morning, Jackie. How are you, my lovely? Nice to see you here. I'm doing some card readings this morning. You've missed my thoughts. We've just been talking about how you feel in this current climate, which is, and it looks like we're doing some card readings, but I'm sure some healing is going to actually come from this anyway. I can feel it. So I'm using Earth Magic. I love these cards, as you know. And these cards, they are Earth Magic. And they really are quite stunning. And they're by a guy called Stephen D. Farmer. But for some reason, I just get a bit of a connection to these. And I don't know why it is. And maybe it's because of what they are. You know, it's all to do with the elements, isn't it? Perhaps that's what it is. And I think that I've got a little bit of an affinity for this guy as well, because he's not just, you know, he's covered the whole aspects with his training, really. He's where is he? He's here. He's a healer, so he's a soul healer, a shamanic practitioner, an ordained minister and a licensed psychotherapist. So he's practically covered all aspects when he's put these cards together. And I think that's why I get so in tune with them, because I'm so into the mind, body, spirit connection. I'm not religious. And not to say that other people shouldn't be religious. You know, I do try to live my life and be a decent person. A decent human being, you know. So I do like these cards, and I've had this calmness come over me, which is really weird. So there's a calmness come over me. So I think I might start putting out some cards now. There's this real calmness come over me, which is quite good actually. It's quite nice. Okay. Them cards have had a massive shuffle. And the thing is, what I normally do when I come on is I do a whole ramble, don't I, about stuff. And what I do is the messages come out based on that and on that intent. And this morning my intent's been completely different. I haven't done that whole ramble. I just want to see what comes out, really. Morning, Robert. Nice to see you. Hope you're well. Let's see what comes out then. Okay. Oh, this is lovely. Unfoldment, the lotus flower. I like this card because not only do I love flowers, but I think this is a very poignant card right now for us, because unfoldment is all about what it says. It's about, I don't know if you know about a lotus flower and petals, they kind of like, especially when we do meditations around chakras, you would have heard people say about lotus flowers and that, you know, gentle unfoldment. And I think that's what's happening here for a lot of people. A lot of us, there is this gentle unfoldment, and when I think about gentle unfoldment, I'm thinking about us as people. We're learning new things about ourselves, but it's all coming in quite a gentle way. It's not coming in this false, like in your face. And I think that's because we've got time right now on our hands, haven't we? We've been given that time, and I've said this before. We've been given time, and we need to really embrace that time as much as we can. And that's why at the beginning of this I was saying, you know, about the confusion about stuff, and to take the notice of that where we can. Obviously you've got to take some notice because we've been given instruction, and I do think that slowly and surely we're going to start to see through some of this stuff, and we're going to unfold as us, from our own inner self, our own inner sanctum, our higher self. There's a lot of us that have started to get an awakening now, where we are connecting more in with our higher self. And when you connect in with your higher self, if you're in that, you know, in the environment where you, in your old environment, should I say, and you've just gone bump and opened, it can be quite scary and quite confusing. But what's happening at the moment is, because there's these messages coming out, outside of the stuff that I was talking about, there's lots of people now talking about, you know, wakening people up, you know, bringing the unconscious to the conscious to give you awareness. And it's all coming out in a very slow way, in so much as in a way that you can deal with it. So you'll be directed to places from where you can deal with it. And that's what I'm getting from this. That's what I'm getting from this lotus flower, you know. So just take what you can, but just sit with it. Just sit with it. Don't judge it. Don't judge it. Just let it unfold. Just let it unfold. And be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself as you're letting it unfold. Oh, I didn't realise Gemma was a Buddhist. Oh, how lovely. I didn't realise that. I knew she was very spiritual, Robert, but I didn't realise she was a Buddhist. And my friend of mine is a Buddhist. I don't know if he's still on. He was on earlier. So as we're thinking about this unfoldment then, that one's popped out. Instinct wolf. Instinct wolf. Now the wolf lives his life in a very territorial way, doesn't he? But he's also a bit of a roamer, the old wolf. That's what that's showing me. He's a pack. He comes in pack, but he's very much has to be self-sufficient. And that's where his own instinct comes in from. And I think that as we're unfolding, as we've got this unfoldment going on with the lotus flower, as we're starting to see things differently, our perspectives are changing slowly. But the important thing here is to use your own intuition and your own instinct to find the truth that you need to have. So this is not about other people's opinions. This is not about what media are saying. This is not about, you know, some conspiracy theorist over there, what he's saying or she's saying. But it is about listening to that stuff, because at some point you have to listen. You do have to listen, because you need to find your truth with it all. And that's where your instinct comes in. So by the power of channeling with your higher self, you are able to then do that. And these are the practices that we all should be putting in now. It's just taking that time to just really, really get in tune with yourself. Because once you get in tune with yourself to that respect, what happens is you stop living your life through fear. And when you are avidly watching the media, and when you are avidly watching, you know, the conspiracy theorists, you start to pick up fear from all different aspects, and your instinct goes out the window, right? So this is about being in tune with yourself, bringing your unconscious to the conscious, so that you can use your instinctive powers to find what it is you need to be able to take yourself forward, and to protect yourself, to also protect yourself. Yeah? The wolf was your spirit, is your spirit animal. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's interesting, Robert. Didn't realise that either. These cards, they always come out to what they need to come out. Right? I'm going to do a couple more, and then I'm going to do individuals, because these are telling a story right now. Oh, communion, the eagle. This is about coming together. I'm reading intuitively. I'm reading these cards. Okay, I'm not going to go to the books, right? Unless I get stuffed, then I'll go to the book. But unless no message comes through for me, then I'll go to the book. But for me, this one is about. It says communion, and it's the eagle. So this is about bigger picture piece, higher self. Really finding your tribe, if you like, or for want of a better way of putting it. But coming together spiritually, coming together with like-minded people, coming together in a way that when you are unfolding, when you need to tap into your instincts, you've got the right people around you to be able to do that. This eagle, he soars, he's always flying, he soars, doesn't he? He's always looking for that next thing. He's always scouring the horizon. So taking it all in, he takes it all in until he finds that peace, doesn't he, that he wants. He finds that peace that he wants, that eagle, and that's when he takes that peace. And it's no different from us, yeah? We should be doing that scouring. So take it in, bring it to the awareness, but just take what you need that is for your highest good. For your highest good. And make sure that you're around reliable people. Morning, Lee. Love and compassion. This is key. This is key because not only do we need to try and live our life from a place of love and compassion, but we need to show it to ourselves. We need to be kind to ourselves. We need to be gentle with ourselves. We need to stop being so judgmental of ourselves and other people. Because when this is all, as this is all unfolding, and you're looking for your instincts and all the rest of it, this is so paramount that you take that time. You have to take that time to have love and compassion, because without that, there isn't much else, because love is the highest vibrational energy that you can connect to. And all that other stuff that's going on out there isn't connected to love or compassion. And all those people out there that are in that energy, that are showing judgmental, being biased, being comparing and all of that stuff, is all that energy outside of love. And once you can tap into love and compassion, what you end up with is living in a space that's completely different, because you feel different. Your energy is different. And as stuff starts to unfold for you, it starts to unfold in a way where you can embrace it, as opposed to when you're living in that judgmental area, where it kind of like crushes you. This doesn't. This lifts you. It lifts you to a higher purpose. It lifts you to your higher self. It connects you up with spirit as much as you can possibly get connected up with spirit, you know. And it's so important that we practice this, whether that's through meditation, whether that's through having a mentor, whether that's through daily guidance from your card, whatever you need to do, you have to start to practice love and compassion. And to do that, you have to let go of so much. You have to just let go of shit, you know. And then you can start thinking differently about the rest of your life, really, because you can make, if you take the cards as what they're saying, you can make today the first day of the rest of your life. And why would you not want to take it forward from a place of love and compassion? Because we are in these times where things are different for us. They're different for us, right? So we had the unfoldment. This is where we started. Things are shaping up in front of us from a totally different perspective to what we're used to seeing. They are unfolding. We are unfolding. We are connecting, you know. And the wolf is like, take it from a place of your instinct to protect yourself. When all this stuff is going on around you, use your instinct. Protect yourself with your instinct, you know. And use your intuition to guide you to find your truth, to find out what it is you need to do. Use your intuition, tap into that. Do it from a place of higher being. Do it from the place of the bigger picture, like the eagle when he scouts around. He scouts around looking at everything until he finds what it is that he needs for him or her. And while you're doing all of that, do it from a place of love and compassion, because that's the highest frequency. I'm going to do one more on that sequence, and then I'll do some cards for others. Because that's, I feel like we need to. Oh, wow. So much for that. I've just had 3 fall out. I'm going to read them. I've had 3 fall out. We've got rain. And that is about purification. that is for me, we're talking about love and compassion, right? And then we've had rain. So this is about bringing in just really, it's the cleanse. It's the cleanse. It's the cleanse that's required so that we are then able to see the bigger picture even further. Because that eagle was only skyline. This is universal. This is universal line. And this is all about tapping into that. But we can't do that until we purify our hearts. And we need to do that. And then Earth Magic, the fairies came out, which I think are quite beautiful. And I'm going to interpret this to mean, from what we've been discussing, is that I'm going to interpret this to mean, because fairies are magical, aren't they? They are like magic. And if you think of that in that respect and how these cards have come out so far, I would say that going forward, you can actually sum up what you want in your life from a magical perspective. It's that time now where we can really tap into the energies that we need to be able to live in the magic that we want to, in the fairy dust. I love that. Morning, Scott. How are you, my darling? So I'm going to read some cards for others now. I quite liked that, actually. I thought that was quite nice, that reading. How you doing, Scott? Oh, what's happened there? We've got a delay going on from comments and me speaking, so that's also fine. Right, so I'll put them back. Let's get some card read. So I'm going to just read individual cards now, and it'll either apply to you, and I'm not going to call our name. I'm not going to call a name. I just want whoever hears it to take it. Oh, she was a great Disney fan. Oh, Robert. Bless her. Bless your beautiful Gemma. I think we need to do a reading separate for you, I think, Robert. What do you reckon? Not now, but I think we need to do a separate reading for you. Good, I'm glad you're good, Scott. Okay. Summer Solstice, Radiance. So this is our chance now to really take in what we need to take in and shine our lights. And I mean shine brightly. Now, because I'm reading these for other people, someone needs to take this card. If not, don't worry, I'm just going to read out the meaning of it anyway. Summer Solstice. I'm just going to find it in the book and read this out anyway, if it allows me to. ST. I think, well, there it is. Like, so Summer Solstice. This is all about shining your light. This really is about that. That's what I see from that. And let the radiance of the sun inspire your inner radiance to shine forth. And it's going to be a beautiful sunny day today. Release your concerns about what may happen in the future, and focus on appreciating everything that you have that is good right now. And this still is in sync with what we've been talking about, really, isn't it? Let the sun, allow Father Sun to take away your worries and cares. Do something physically active to stimulate your inner light. Dance, sing, but most important, get outdoors. Do not let any negative thoughts or habits stop you. When you are in love with life, you naturally radiate that love. During this part of your cycle, your capacity to love is greatly amplified. In one of these supreme ironies of life, the more love you give, the more returns to you. It starts by allowing the radiant being you truly are to be expressed into the world. Smile a little more. Notice the beauty of nature. See the humour in the paradoxes of life, and show your love, especially to those with whom you are closest. Then smile even more and watch how the world around you lights up. That's quite important, isn't it, for this time that we're in right now, is to really just dust off all that shit that's going on around us and connect back in with us, and really do shine our light, because that's our living force. That is our living force, and the more we can radiate that out into the world, the more we can get more of that back for us. You know, if you radiate out anger and fear and nastiness, you will get it back. That's what happens, because you go into the energy of it, and energy connects like magnets, and you'll get in the energy of that. But if you can do this, if you can really just radiate your love out, then what happens is you will get into the energy of that. So shine, shine, shine as bright as you bloody well can, especially in these times. No one puts baby in the corner. Don't let it be you, you know. Get up and show the world who you are. Right, I've done a couple more, and then can anyone take that card that I just pulled out? It's funny, isn't it? I'm just thinking about that last card because it says dance, dance, and I've been doing a bit of that, haven't I? I'm being silly. But it raises the vibration. It raises the energetic vibration. That's what it does, you know. Not just for me, but for others. Because laughing puts you in the same energy as love and compassion. And it's all about where you're going to put your energy. Too many flipped over then. What energy are you connecting into? It's important to connect into something that's going to bring you joy. On that note. Fire and passion. Rah. That makes me feel like, whoa, what is it we want? What is it we want? I'm a fire sign anyway. That's fire. Aries. That's me all over, you know. I get a passion about something, and I'm just like, I'm all like really riled up for it. Yeah, exactly. Laughing is healing energy. Absolutely. So, EF, fire. What does fire want to tell us? That's the fog. Fire. Lovely card, because it's saying, what are your passions? What turns you on, baby? What ignites that inner flame, that creative spark? When you feel devoid of passion, consider what is missing in your life. It is most likely an absence of the fire in your belly. Something that makes your heart beat faster and quickens your breathing. Passion is not something that comes from outside of you, although some events and circumstances can trigger it. It is an intensity of feeling, whether quietly experienced or enthusiastically expressed. Passion can simply be a strong feeling, or the sensation itself can be so powerful that it motivates you to act. This is too often associated exclusively with sexuality, and which is certainly one way of expressing it. Yet it limits its meaning and demeans the broader possibilities. Open yourself to the truth of what you are passionate about and find a means to express it. That's nice, because that's gone on from shining your light. That's gone on from the summer solstice, hasn't it? About, you know, just really beaming the joy and laughter from yourself. Well, not the joy and laughter, but beaming the light from you, you know, and getting in tune with that higher energetic vibration. And passion is something that can also do that. Once you find a purpose, once you find a meaning that really does ignite you inside, and like it says, we're not talking about sexuality, we're not talking about that type of passion, we're talking about the passion that really makes you want to get up in the morning, you know, whether that's writing the book, doing your silly TikToks, doing whatever it is you need to do, whether that's just meditating, whether that's whatever it is. Find your passion find the passion, find the fire, because it's those things that give you the purpose for living. It's those things that make you know life is just fucking amazing. It's those things that make you feel that way. And what that does again is that raises your energetic vibration and takes you up to the love and compassion energy vibration, which is the highest vibration there is. And all of these things that are coming out, like shine your light, be gentle to yourself, the cards before, the unfoldment, you know, take what you need, use your instincts, be intuitive. This is all on the same line, yeah? Find a passion, and you will increase your energetic vibration. And that's what we need to do right now. We need to increase our energetic frequency as high as we possibly can. And these are some of the tips and tools that you can use to do that, you know. You haven't got to be some kind of meditation guru. You haven't got to be some amazing healer. You haven't got to be any of that to be able to do these things, because this is all about you. So you need to be your own guru. You need to find your own truth that you can then express. And it will come from things like your passion. Passion for life. What makes you want to get up in the morning? What is it? What is it for you? You know, I get a buzz from reading the cards, to be honest. It lightens me up. It makes me feel... I don't know, perhaps it's because I'm connecting in with my higher self, my true purpose, maybe. I don't know, but it makes me, it lightens me. It connects me up to that love and compassion, you know, which is what we all need in this world. Okay, what's this one? Oh, ancestors and generations. Now, this is interesting to me, because I think we're in a massive learning right now. And I mean, because it's worldwide, and I think we are in a massive, massive, massive learning right now. And this learning is coming via our ancestors. And it is the link through that. Now, because that's what it's showing you. That's your ancestral link, isn't it? Right? And I think if we're not careful... right now, we will be playing out some of our ancestral, I'm not going to say karma, because I don't think that's the right thing to use, but some of our ancestral beliefs and woes and emotions and stuff like that, purely based on what happened in the past and where we are now. You know, you've heard reference to World War II, you know, World War II. You've heard that reference, haven't you? The current situation is being likened to that, and I don't think we should be likening it to anything, to be quite honest, because once we start comparing, we start to think about the tactics and the emotions and everything else that was used back then. And this situation takes more than that, because we need to be learning. We need to learn from what's happened before so we can apply a different logic to it. So conspiracy theory or no conspiracy theory, you know, we need to learn from this, because if we ignore the signals and signs that we knew of previously, even through our ancestral line, we are doing the world a disservice. And it's our duty to ensure that we are not playing this out ignorantly. So we need to once again start thinking about how we can bring this type of thing from our unconscious mind into our conscious awareness, so that we can deal with it with a logical brain, as opposed to whatever is going on in the unconscious through the DNA and what we've inherited, so that we are living from a perspective that actually isn't serving us a purpose. And I think that's key with this. And we're back to summer solstice, which means this will be the last card, because this is once again talking about shining your light, taking that energy from the sun, using that to your advantage, figuratively but also literally, and using that to emanate out into the world so that you can shine that light and get yourself on an energetic vibration that is as close to love and compassion that you can, so that you can start really freeing up any of the other stuff that's going on around you, and you can start living in a sense of who you are, your light, you know, that's not dampened by anybody, that's not dampened not just by anybody but by the situations around you, because it's central to you. And because once it's central to you and that light is shining bright, you've got your power. You have your power. You control your power. You control your life. And once you've got that and you hold your power here, right here in that solar plexus, yeah, you hold that power there, nothing can touch you. Nothing. Because you're living in your love and compassion. You're living in your own true power, your own true word. What a beautiful card to end on. So what is Robert saying? I play didgeridoo, met many Aboriginal groups in Australia and around the world. That particular card, I could tell you what art means. Okay, I'm not quite sure what one that was to do with, Robert, because there's a delay, isn't there? So, on that note, I hope you've all got something from that. And thank you for joining. And listen, guys, it's really, really important that you know, you can take what the cards say or not take what the cards say. It's entirely up to you, but I think the message is clear, regardless of using the cards. And that message is, you know, there's a lot of confusion going on around right now, but what you need to do is take from it what you can hold, what you can take from it. And as we are in these times, I think that, you know, slowly and surely you're going to start to have more connection to your higher self, to spirit, whatever you want to term it to be. And that's purely because you've been given the time and the freedom via this virus, and you need to take that time. You need to take that time and use that time for you, to nurture you. And that's what you need to have, and that's what you need to do. And once you can do that, you can dust off everything else that's going on around you, because there's a really bad energy out there, and we want to keep ourselves protected from that energy, and we need to keep ourselves away from that energy, and we need to have the awareness of what's going on in the world. But once you've got the awareness, it's about how you then internalise that. So as long as you can shine your light, and once you're internalising it, you're gentle with yourself, you bring that love and compassion to you and to the world. Once you can take it from your own power source, once you can live your life from your own power source, you have control over everything around you. Okay, and that really is the key thing to do right now, is to have the control, whether that's with your thought patterns, whether that's with your verbal, whether that's with you know, your mental health, in so much as how you are living your day, whether that's in your physical plane of how you are utilising, you know, your body. And whilst you're doing all of that, that should be igniting. That will start to, you know, shake up your energetic system. It will shake up your energy inside anyway, and ignite the passion for life within you. And these things, cards or no cards, I believe all of that stuff. I believe what I'm saying to you right now, you know, because it's the truth. It's the truth, because I've been on the other side. You know, and I've been on this side, and I know which side is best. That's for sure. But listen, guys, I really do hope that you enjoyed that. If you'd like a personal reading, you can contact me. There is a charge, though, for that. If you'd like a distant healing just for you, or a group of you on your own, I can do that. There is a cost for that. But do contact me, because I'll more than happily do that. And if you just need to reach out to somebody, please do that too. And I'm here. Okay, so on that note, enjoy the sunshine, guys. Enjoy the day. Be good with yourself. Be kind with yourself. Love yourself, and the rest will follow. Okay, take care. Bye now.